All right, on this line, we have Reed, Nathan, Ronnie, Corbin, Kyle, Kane, and Jackson. Reed on the pull. First pull.
Wow. Nice pull, Reed.
Let's get in.
That was definitely going out. Wow, that was hot. Reed, you just got the one. Hey, Reed.
Ooh, that was nice.
Where's our short deep? They have like glitching
Offensive point, we have Grant, Steven, Eric, Reed, Isaac, Taylor, and Lex.
Well, the issue was that they threw to the middle of the field.
On the swing back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric to Reed.
Were you my wing over here?
Reed to
I was
Lex.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I saw, yeah, that's right. You were backing up someone back here.
yeah,
Lexi,
there was someone
Steven,
back there 'cause
back
he
to
was-
I thought that guy was wearing tennis shoes. He's wearing base. You know,
He's wearing what?
he's wearing baseball cleats. They just look like tennis shoes. No strike! No strike!
Good job. Good job, Grant.
No strike! No strike! No strike! No strike!
Offensive point, Grant, Lex, Reed. I think same line. Yep, same line. Reed, Lex, back to Reed.
No round, Will, no round. All around, Will, all around.
Good,
Reed, Lex.
Good, Isaac.
All around.
Lex to
Way to go!
No big! No big!
Guys in jeans and Converse.
do
I
not.
respect that.
I don't.
It was easy playing in Converse, those cleats.
actual jeans though.
Is it not?
No, they're too
Like athletic jeans.
Or maybe there's like super old jeans. Like work jeans.
To Reed,
Greg, all the way, all the way!
to Eric,
Jeggings.
Reed,
Men's jeggings, basically. Interesting.
to
Good,
Steven,
good. Reach poached.
Reed,
Good.
to Eric, Reed,
Great D, Terrell.
Reed, help Lexi out, help Lexi out. Taylor, watch big, you're hot, Reed. Up! Oh,
Try
Reed, great chase. Good, Lexi, good. Lexi, left, up!
Nice, Will. Hey, next time we're able to go on defense.
All right, the line is Isaac, Eric, Reed, Nathan, Corbin, Lexi, and Steven.
The score should be 3-0
Isaac
right now.
catches. The score is 3-0. Isaac to Reed, Reed to Eric. Eric is looking at Isaac. He swings to Corbin. Corbin up the middle to Steven. Steven pivots, throws to Reed.
No, not both of you,
Reed shakes one off. Reed floats a bladey toss over to Corbin, and it is Deed. That is a throwaway on Reed.
All four of our cutters went deep. Oh, he's out of bounds.
they're out.
Out of bounds called. Eric taps the disc live. He's looking deep. He takes a shot. Steven is not there. That is a throwaway on Eric.
That's a good cut. You're hot, Reed. No big!
Oh, good try,
Corbin makes a very close dive to the D.
Good pressure, Reed.
It's a drop on Rawhide. Reed is picking up. Reed swings to Eric. Eric to Reed for the score.
Defensive point. Our line is Jackson, Kane, Kyle, Ronnie, Corbin, Nathan, Heather. Score is 3-1. No, I think it was the Fields.
Ronnie. Good, Jackson.
Kyle on solid D in the back. Nathan almost.
Left, 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 left,
Hand
left.
block. Moving it up the middle with Rawhide. Staying on
Corbin,
them. Rawhide
Corbin!
brings it up the middle. Runs it over on the side.
Ronnie.
That's a drop
There we go.
on Rawhide.
Okay.
Offensive, Kane picks up. Kane throws to Kyle. Throw away.
Hey, Kane, that's a throwaway.
Come on, Gabe.
That was a
Kyle, he tried to do you dirty again.
throwaway on Rawhide. Kyle picking up.
Kyle was on his ass.
Kyle looking. Kyle throws to Nathan. Drop on Nathan.
Like, Kyle was on his ass. Kyle fell over.
Force home. Back on D.
Good, Corbin. On it, Corbin.
Running it out. They said home.
Good, Corbin. Stay on him.
That was weird.
Running it out. And that is a point.
All right, the line is Grant, Eric, Kyle, Taylor, Reed, Steven, and Lexi. Disc is live. Eric looks Steven. Steven to Kyle.
Kyle's gone. Steven's gone.
Kyle in the end zone
Man on, Steven!
to Steven. Maybe a drop.
Oh, Steven. You made him blush, man.
I can't see.
Where's your headband, dude? Oh, he did not just
Low
do that.
Scuba. Interesting throw.
Oh my god.
What do you do?
That's disrespectful.
That will be a throwaway on Rawhide.
I like the
Eric is going to pick up on the sideline.
Hey, it's on camera.
Sideline. Sideline. Don't want to get this.
You're going to want to get this, he says.
Skip.
When we're watching it together.
Run it down. Run it. Run it. Run it.
Run, lay out.
Okay, go. Oh my God.
Defensive point. Score is 4-2. Line is Reed, Heather, Ronnie, Kyle, Jackson, Kane, and Isaac. Full pull. Running down.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to ram into you and then he just went around.
Yeah.
Rawhide moving it up the field.
Yeah,
Hand
Kane!
block on Kane. Immediate turnover.
Oh, please
That was a little bitch I catch that. What was that?
Oh, that was a. It's down. It is a turn. A throw away from
No
Ronnie.
good, Ronnie!
You're good, Ronnie, you're good.
I wasn't a bitch, that's a goal.
Hey, they did it too.
All right, Ronnie's picked up on the turn to Kyle. Kyle going up to Heather.
Hey, offense, chill out a little bit.
Back over to Rawhide. Moving it up the field.
Not Reed.
No deep.
He didn't even have the disc in his hand when he placed it.
That was a good fake. Rawhide moving it down, crumbling on man. And that is another point for Rawhide, brings us to 5-2. Offensive point. Score is 5-2. Line is Isaac, Eric, Reed, Taylor,
Pretty sure most people would be fine with that, I think.
Nathan, Lex, and Grant.
So I was make sure we're all the same page.
Isaac is picking up, or Eric's picking up.
Sounds
Eric
good
to
me, yeah.
Lex.
Hold on, confirm with Captain. but
Lex to Taylor. Taylor's
Yeah.
looking up the middle. Taylor to Eric. Eric to Reed. Reed looking deep. Reed hucking it up. Over to Grant. Grant not in.
Oh, not in.
Yep. Grant looking for the score. Last 10%, guys. Grant
Hey,
to
let's
Eric.
stack. Let's stack.
Eric to Lexi. Stacking
Get
on
ready
Taylor.
to move, candles.
Taylor
Defensive point line is Jackson, Nathan, Isaac, Kane,
Good hustle,
Reed, Corbin, Heather.
Nice pull.
Moving down, great pull.
No, Isaac tried to, and he couldn't get open.
Okay, I was like, I don't remember because I wasn't the 13th.
No, he tried and he just
Rawhide,
couldn't get open.
moving it up the middle, going for the fake.
Yeah, it's he
Swings
left. I
around.
didn't leave.
Rawhide under our
But I
players.
also
Reed, you're hot, Reed.
It's weird for both of us to stay there though, just because like we are your bad.
Another
Reed!
fake.
Still, Reed, you got 2. Reed.
It's fine, he plays that. Oh, he's not playing.
Woo.
I'm shocked.
And throwing it to open.
That throw is
3-6.
wings,
6-3.
guys. Active.
All right, offensive point. It is 6-3 score. Our line is Eric, Isaac, oh my God, Taylor, Steven, Reed, Lexi, Grant.
I was gonna call this guy.
Hey Kyle,
I'll get behind him.
do you want to get everyone to take a step back? Because
yeah,
every
hey,
single
hey,
person's on the field.
Rawhide,
Okay,
we take we get sidelined by a step. I guess we're all on the field again.
Yeah.
So just
That was Reed to Steven.
They have the most variability.
Steven looking up. Steven to Taylor. Taylor going fake. Looking for a cut.
So as long as this is the only person that's doing stuff like this,
Oh, good throw, Taylor.
then it's a lot harder.
Taylor to Steven. Steven to Eric.
Good, Grant. Great cut.
Eric throwing up.
Yes.
Steven running it out.
I didn't jump for
You had
it.
three guys like in the
Yeah, I
area.
know.
I was like, my
On
window to hit
defense
Heather is very
now.
small,
It's
but I
really
want to
small,
try.
yeah. But I'm glad that you noticed it.
Oh, that is a
Let's go,
hand
Isaac.
block on Isaac. Good defense. On the turn.
Look to stack.
Isaac and Eric back and
You guys are all running
forth.
around in the end zone.
Eric throwing to Isaac. Is that a drop?
That's a draw.
You're hot, Steven. You're hot, Steven. You're hot, Steven. You're hot, Steven. Oh!
Rawhide looking for a way to they huck it down the field, running it out, almost getting it by Raw. Lexi picking up, Lexi moving up the field to Eric. Eric looking for the cut, moving it to Steven. Steven dumping it back to Reed.
Grant, come in,
Looking
Grant.
deep, throwing to Steven.
Good cut, Lexi.
Steven moving it over to Eric. Eric throwing it deep again. Look out, Heather. Hey, Heather.
Oh, sorry.
It's a drop on Taylor.
I think it might have Taylor
Or I guess the defensive line. I don't know. I don't know what happens.
Is that
When
a drop?
Lexi, you're hot up. Give this guy something to work with.
Kyle, is that a drop on Taylor?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
turn
just score this
again.
point. We can sub you off.
Lexi picking up.
Same cut.
Lexi looking for a cut. Lexi to Reed.
No, Grant. No, Grant. No, Grant.
Reed looking for a cut. Dumps to Eric. Eric
Yo,
to
this is you, off the
Steven.
next swing.
Steven to Reed.
Need an in cut.
Reed looking for something deep. No cuts. Reed needing a cut. Dumping to
That wasn't
Eric.
10
Right
seconds.
now.
Reed or Eric moving it to Steven. Steven throwing it
Oh,
to
what a
Grant with a catch. Grant getting it up
Somebody
to
go!
Isaac.
Somebody go! What are you all doing standing?
Nice call! Isaac calling a timeout.
All right, coming off Isaac's timeout, Isaac picks the disc up. Disc is in. Eric makes a cut. Eric just strikes through for the score.
All right, D-line. Jackson, Nathan, Ronnie, Kyle, Corbin, Heather, and Kane. Kane is pulling.
Yeah, did Jared talk to you at all about what we had kind
Yeah, like either like a couple games to 7 or some scrimmages or something like that, short games.
We were thinking like we could do a best of 3 games to like 7. So like if we split them, we play the third. If you know, we go 2-0, then or y'all go 2-0, then that's it.
We did.
I mean, we take like short intermittent breaks in between.
Yeah.
So we can kind of adjust or do something.
We're good.
We really like that.
No, that's 100% we'll go with that.
Then,
And
yeah, we'll do a hard game to 15.
yeah, and they'll blow the horn. We don't care about the horn. And then 2 timeouts half.
Sounds good. Thanks, bud.
Crumble! All right, on this O-line, we have Kane, Kyle, Eric, Lexi, Reed, Steven, and Grant. Eric picks up. I love vegetables.
So anytime we're within like 5 or 10 yards of the sideline.
Come back, Grant.
I would not do it 10 yards out.
Yeah, 10's like 30.
Up. Oh, I missed that. That was Eric to Kyle. Kyle to Grant. Oh. Grant back to Eric, and then Eric threw it.
All right, this line is Eric. That's Nathan, Jackson, Corbin, Ronnie, Isaac, Reed, and Kane. I can't think it all.
Good, Nathan. Nathan, forward. You hot, Reed. Good, Reed, good. Good, Nathan, chase that disc. Good, Nathan. Combo, cold.
That's half.
We are offense. We have Eric, Corbin, Kyle, Reed, Steven, Lex, and Grant. Disc is up. Reed catching the pool, going to Eric, to Reed, with the fake, back to Eric, to Lex. Lex throwing deep. That is
Away!
They're going this way. Mark,
Crumble? I don't think they're.
Yeah, I think they're just man.
What was the force like?
Offensive point. Score is 9-5. That is Grant, Kyle, Lexi, Reed, Eric. That was Reed to Lexi. Corbin and Steven are in the last bit there. Lexi looking. Lexi bringing it up to Steven. Steven looking. Steven moving it up to Eric. Eric looking, bringing it back to Reed. Reed looking, stacking on Eric. Stala's running up, needs cuts. Call made. That's a turn.
Left, Kyle, left!
Running it down and not in. Moving it up, and there is the point for Rawhide. Take a second. Offensive point. We've got a line: Corbin, Steven, Kyle, Eric, Grant, Lexi, Reed. Reed to Eric. Eric to Lexi. Lexi to Steven. Steven getting it back to Lexi. Lexi looking for the cut. Lexi bringing it up to Grant. Grant moving it up to Reed. Reed getting it to Steven, and that is a point. Defensive point. Score is 10-6. Our defensive line is Reed, Heather, Nathan, Ronnie, Isaac, Jackson, and Kane. Kane pulling. Great throw down there. D-line gets down. Rawhide drops. Let's use this surge. Isaac picking it up. Isaac getting it over to Kane.
No!
Kane looking for the cut. And throwaway on Kane.
Go deep! No bag! Up!
And that is 11 for Rob. Offensive point score is 11-6. Our offensive line is Isaac, Eric, Reed, Corbin, Taylor, Lexi, and Grant. Lexi with the disc. Down on the end. Lexi on the line, looking for a throw, moving it to Eric. Eric moving it to Grant. Grant back to Eric. Eric back to Grant. Grant up to Corbin. Corbin moving it up to Taylor. Quick movements. Back to Eric from Corbin. Eric getting it up the field to Grant, and that is a fast point. Defensive point score is 11-7. Our line is Isaac, Ronnie, Heather, Kyle, Kane, Steven, and Jackson. Not out.
You about cleared out right into me.
You got a net cut in so far.
Yeah, that was kind of yeah, so when we run vert, there should be like 10 to 15 yards
Rawhide
between the
trying
one
to move it
and
up the
the handle.
field.
That's handle space.
And if the cutters keep coming in before, I'd move the step back.
Yeah.
Because we need to have space to throw it.
That's right. Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, that's cheeky.
Come on.
Pick up, man!
Oh!
Nice defensive point on Isaac. All right, Isaac picking disc up. Disc is active. Let's get it off the sideline. Dumping over here to Ronnie. Ronnie looking for the cut. Ronnie moving it up to Steven. Steven throwing it to Rawhide. Rawhide moving it up. Rawhide running it out. Rawhide getting the point. Offensive point score is 12-7. We are looking at our line being Corbin, Isaac, Eric, Taylor, Reed, Steven, Lexi. That is Reed picking disc up. Reed getting it to Lexi. Lexi getting it over to Taylor.
Put it back to
Home! No strike!
Someone's open, yeah.
Wow. That was great. I don't think I got that at all because everyone was standing in the way. His offensive point score is 13-7. Line is Grant, Lexi, Isaac, Eric, Reed, Steven, Corbin.
What? Thanks, brother.
Hands are up. Disc did not make it that far. That is Reed picking it up. Reed looking for cuts. Dumping to Lexi. Lexi looking for a cut. Away on Lexi. Rawhide getting the disc in the turn. Rawhide moving it up.
All the way to Will. There we go. Now hit for us. There we go. Look at all that space you got now. Too bad, man.
The third defensive block from Isaac. Reed looking for the cut. Getting it to Isaac. Isaac dumping back to Reed. Reed looking for the cut. Reed getting it to Lexi. Lexi getting it to Reed. Reed up.
Hey, that was a good looking throw. Whether it worked out or not, look good.
Yeah, you guys are by yourselves. Get him, Lexi. Lexi, go deep. Lexi. Get all three of them, Lexi.
Bring the disc. Okay.
Let's wholesale. Eric.
Offensive point scores 14-7. Line is Eric, Ronnie, Kyle, Nathan, Heather, Kane, and Taylor. Middle. Kane moving it up to Taylor. Taylor over to Isaac or Eric. Eric to Ronnie. Ronnie to Eric. Eric looking for the cut. Moving it up to Taylor. Taylor over to Nathan. Nathan. Pick called. Resetting. Nathan getting it back to Kane. Kane looking for the cut. Getting it back to for Eric. Kane getting the disc to Ronnie. Ronnie looking for the cut. Ronnie getting the disc up to Taylor. Taylor throwing to Heather. Rawhide on the turn. Rawhide moving it over, swinging it to the other side.
Ezra, realize, or Joel realize. It's easy to realize that you're going. Ezra, just come into underspace over here.
Get that! Get that! That is a strip called on Nathan. Disc back in.
Yeah, Kyle!
Defensive point on Kyle.
You wanna play with the bucket still? You're gonna fall and bump your head. Yeah, bump your head.
Eric picking the disc up, getting it back on the field. Eric throwing to Kyle. That is last point.
Throw better, catch better, play better defense.